Are you feeling a shift in your life? Taking you all to She Shift. I want to know how you really doing today. I'm Pamela Stone, and this is your weekly space to pause, breathe, and talk about what's next without pressure, without pretending, and without an apology. So wherever you're watching and listening from, I want to first and foremost, I want to let you know I'm glad you're here. So without further ado, let me bring my amazing guest, Miss Tamika Beasley. How you doing, Miss Tamika?
I'm good. I am
I
good. How
keep
are you?
I'm good. I'm excited to hear all about the Beasley excuse me, creations. Oh, look, I'm having a tongue tied here. I'm excited to hear about the Beasley creations and how you came about it and things like that because, as I said before, there are women out here that are over 45 to 50 that are stuck in that what's next and not knowing what their what's next. So they're always like, okay, let me go find some people that I can connect to hear what their what's next is and how we can get there. And so we're going to have some fun and just sit on the couch here and just talk about our what's next. So let me ask you first and foremost if you can tell everybody a little bit about yourself and the Beasley Creations.
Hi, I'm Tamika Beasley with CEO of Beasley's Creations. I create coloring books that inspire others in whatever journey of life that they're on. Um, my start was created because my mom passed 2 years ago. So my first coloring book was a grief coloring book that I use currently to help my journey with the grief of my loved one not being here. So in hopes that as I produce these coloring books, that they'll help someone else on their journey as well. Everything is purpose. It's a purpose behind it. Everything is purpose driven, and it has a story behind it.
So real quick, I love that you did the grief coloring book. If someone look, they're probably like, oh my goodness, I need this right now. How can they get one of your coloring books or where can they get one from?
So currently, all of my coloring books are published on Amazon.com, or you can go to my website, payhip.com/ Beasley's Creations, and see all of the coloring books. And I created wrapping paper as well.
Oh, you guys, I love it. So let's get in here. Look, I'm excited about these questions. I already went over them like, oh yeah. Then I was like, oh no, I can't ask that. Oh wait, let me change this up. So it was just fun. So you're at a powerful point in your journey of your life. At what moment where you realize something in your life or your business had shift? When did you feel that? When did you notice the shift?
The shift probably happened. Probably as I was looking for something meaningful to do, um, something to be a part of, wanted to be a part of something. I'm always resourceful. I always help other people, always do different things, but it's always for other people. So my shift was actually finding something to be a part of that for me.
So when you were looking for something to be a part of, how did that feel?
It was kind of scary and nervous because I'm not a creative person. Some people have more, they have the creative talent, and I was like, I don't know. So when I took the coloring book course, I was apprehensive only because I was like, oh, coloring books, okay, coloring book. But then when I created my first coloring book, I was beyond pleased with how it came out. And actually, that grief coloring book is a journaling page, and coloring page as well.
Oh, I love that. I love that. So as you talked about scaring the fear, and we all face fear, right?
Yeah.
And you and I know fear holds us back. How did you overcome that fear?
My overcome of fear is faith based. I prayed about it, and I have a support group that really pushed me out there to be like, go ahead and do it. You can do it.
So you're talking about the coloring book group.
Group and family. Family
Okay.
and friends were really supportive of me producing the coloring books, and So my graduation class, the
Oh,
last I did a holiday market back in December.
okay.
My graduation class, they all came and bought coloring books from me as
Oh,
support for,
I love that. I
yeah.
love that. So, how has creativity played a role in your healing, your leadership, and in your business?
The with the coloring book, it helps me see beyond the hurt and the pain that I
Mm,
have. So if anybody's lost, for me, I've lost a husband. That was 13 years ago, and then even more so, closer to me, I lost my mom, and me and my mom was best friends.
oh,
So helping me to navigate the coloring books helped me to navigate through that pain and grief, without always feeling like, everybody say, okay, it's gonna be okay, it's gonna get better, but
mhm.
I found my own way to make it better for me.
Okay. I like that you look beyond, but you're on the other side. And so many women aren't over there yet. What would be your piece of advice for them?
My piece of advice would be prayer, and lock into something that is meaningful to you, that gives you peace.
So, how did you know coloring book was your piece?
When I created it,
Oh, okay. So
yeah,
during the console, all of the
uh,
during it.
yeah, during the whole process, I'm still thinking about other people. I'm not
Oh,
thinking about how this coloring book is going to be a blessing to my own life. I'm still thinking about other people and how it could be a blessing to somebody else on this journey, whether it's a mother, father, sister, brother, uncle, cousin, a close family friend, any of that. I was still thinking
yes.
about how it could be a blessing to somebody else,
Oh, that is
and it
oh,
ended up
that's
being a blessing to me, and just helping me to know that God is with me every step of the way, and that I don't always have to be sad about her
mm.
not being here. I can remember the good times, and then my mom was faith based also, so I have that to fall back on as my foundation as well.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's beautiful. Who is the woman you are becoming in this season of your life?
The woman I'm becoming is a a better Tamika. Um, I'll share my at 49. I'm trying to become a better me. I'm working toward being a better me, so that I can be a better version of me for my kids and my grandkids, and then for other people that so depend on me. So it requires me to dig deep and figure out the things that I need to make myself better. Like I said, I've always been resourceful. I have other businesses that I do as well, but this one is one that I've really taken to heart, and I really put my best foot forward every day to make sure that somebody else knows about this business and what it can do for them and how it can help them on their journey as well.
Talk about who you are and what is your business and what do you do? Dr. Short, you want to go first?
Dr. Short, you can go ahead.
No doubt about it. Thank you, ladies, for this opportunity. I am Dr. Anissa Short. I am the success strategist and director of Chosen Pen Group, which is a hybrid publishing company. My platform is basically to support women in leadership position. Really, I support everybody, but I'm partial to my women. And my goal is to assist you with taking your voice beyond the four walls, beyond the platform for which you have, because I truly believe your voice has value. So I help you with publishing your signature book. I offer coaching, and I'm basically your neighbor, your girlfriend next door. I am the biggest cheerleader that you could have in seeing you create success. So that's just a snippet of what I do outside of being my husband's awesome wife.
I know that's right. Is it Celia?
Celia.
Celia, I'm sorry about that.
No, that's
Well,
okay.
welcome. And so tell us a little bit about yourself and your business.
Well, hi, Pamela. Thank you for having me. I am Celia, and I am a parenting and family empowerment coach. I'm the founder of beabetterparent.com, the founder of Fun Fit Family Fitness, and the founder of the Day of Calm Foundation. And what I do is I help parents raise respectful children without the need to yell. And I teach them all kinds of ways that they need to interact, calm communication, a a structured environment. And what happens is not only do you not, do you not learn how to control your own emotions, but you actually learn how to control your family and your household so that there's no need to yell because everybody's cooperating and listening. And I have a app. I have a membership in Be a Better Parent. It includes an app, so you can ask this app any question in the heat of the moment when you're challenged with something, and you'll get an answer back, not just from anybody, from my over 40 years of experience. I'm a mom. I'm a grandma, and I've been a mommy for 43 years and successfully parenting a blended family for over 30. So that's what I do.
Love it. Love it. And then Miss Tammy. Uh,
Hello, hello, hello. My name is Tammy Pope. I am the second half of the Color for Cash movement. I am the publishing tech customer service cookies, all things to all people. But on the other side of that, I am an author, speaker, and coach coming from Professionally Sassy LLC. My goal and my joy is helping authors to have fun with their brands without tainting the mission and the messages of their books.
I love it, ladies. Well, ladies, Tamika and I had already started talking, but I'm really glad you are all here because I want to ask you all, and whoever wants to be first, it's fine. But you are all at a powerful point in your journey. I have to say, you all are. We've talked about what we've doing, but I want to know, what was the moment when you realized that something in your life or your business was shifting? Who
Well,
would
I
like?
can go. I'll volunteer.
Okay.
Um, I think the moment I had had my kids' fitness company for probably, well, it's about 40 years old now, and decades of hanging around with parents and children. And parents think you're automatically an expert if you teach kids.
Mm.
And all of a sudden, was getting so many questions about parenting and so many questions about things they can do to make their relationship better with their child. I was like, I've successfully parented my children. At that time, they weren't like in their 30s and 40s like they are now. But still, it was like I should help people on a regular basis because I can. And that's when I shifted. FunFit still exists. I don't teach the majority of the classes, but now I'm full-time coach. I'm an award-winning author, and it was at that time when I knew, I could be the person not only to help kids in a fitness, health, and wellness basis, but in order to really help them, you have to help their parents. And
Right.
so in order to really create a generation that doesn't have to recover from their childhood, you have to help parents. And parents need a lot of help these days. There's a lot of stuff going on in the parenting world, and parents get a lot of grief. So they need to realize that they're not the problem, they're the answer.
Well, we appreciate you. Thank you. What about you, Dr. Short?
Well, I was going to say I'll go next. So, after so many years of working in what I call the public sector, I worked in the pharmaceutical industry and customer relations. I worked in banking and finance and mortgage lending. I worked as a federal employee, where with the federal government, where I trained and mentored, and I guess you could say trained and mentored the new hires, things of that nature. It was impressed upon me that I had a gift for teaching, for making hard
Mm.
things simple, and of course, in every job, I was always assigned a new person. I became later introduced to a direct sales product, business. I became a leader in the company because I didn't just sell the product. I was good at assisting the women in creating successful businesses from their home because of the coaching. That in turn transitioned to me working with other women who had their home-based businesses as well. They weren't necessarily attached to a direct sales company, but because of my relationship with them and me being out in my community, they trusted me to ask me advice, things of that nature. Well, Miss Stone, that led to me writing my first book, because I'm going to write this book. I'm not going to talk to y'all individually for 45 minutes every time you call. I'm going to write the book, put the content in the book, and allow you to buy the book. And from that, became engaged or introduced to the publishing arena through my publishing mentor. She took me under her wing and taught me everything she knew. And I began to write more books on the topics to serve as an educational foundation for home-based business owners, but also books to empower women. So that became an extension of what I was already doing. Little did I know that I was being groomed to operate a hybrid publishing company. In this year, 2025, my mentor made a decision and things shifted in the company. And so now I'm at the helm of Chosen Pen Group, working with other women. And I'm very passionate about seeing them not only win and succeed in what their respective industries are, but to take the knowledge that they've gained, the wisdom nuggets that they possess, and pass it on to the next generation by way of a book. Not only the book, but our magazine voices and the podcast that we have, Conversations with Chosen Pen, are my way of helping to amplify the voices of others. So I think I've been doing it all the time. I was doing it all along. It just was packaged differently. So I became disgruntled with my good government job, as they said. Let me do the quotes first. Good government job. And I knew I had missed my calling. I was like, I don't know what I'm called to do, but it's definitely not too much more of this. So the transition of leaving federal government to becoming an independent contractor and doing my own thing really was one of the biggest blessings for me. And I don't regret one day of it.
I love it. And Miss Tammy, what about you?
Well, I actually started writing when I was 11, but I knew nothing about publishing until my mid 30s. And my first book was a collection of journal entries that I wrote in response to watching Dr. Phil every day for 2 weeks straight. Don't ask me why I did that. And it wasn't necessarily Girls Gone Wild, but it was more like Girls Gone Stupid. And so I'm sitting there and I'm just like, what? So you know how you see something and you want to spin it? That's
Yes.
what my first book was. I created my own stories, my own characters in the story, same issues though. And then I picked up my Bible because I wanted young ladies to know that this stuff ain't new. The stuff that y'all are doing is not new.
Mm.
And so after that book came out, I literally started writing my next one on Proverbs 31 from a business standpoint the next day. And what I found was that there were things that I personally needed that an Amazon search wasn't finding for me. And
Mm.
that was just, God's way of saying, hey, guess what? You get to write it. And so I did. Here I am now, almost 220 books later, and 10 years, a husband and 3 kids, and I'm still writing. So yeah, just I'm one of those people who turns life into interesting conversations.
I love it. I love it. So a lot of our followers are women over 50 and they're looking for their what's next. What do you all have to say to her?
Well, if I were going to offer a bit of advice for someone who is in my demographics, and they are closing one door because really by now they're probably thinking about retirement and what they would shift in. I would encourage them to think about what they love doing. What are they passionate about? Do they love to travel? Then figure out a way to make it a business in some capacity. And it doesn't have to be the ABC company becoming a travel agent with the ABC company, but it can be something that allows them to do what they enjoy and still monetize it. I've often heard it said many years ago. I heard it said at a conference. One of the women that was speaking said, think about your younger self when you were 12, 13, maybe 10. What type of things did you play? What did you play? How did you play? Did you play in a certain demographic, or did your play include arts or painting and things of that nature? Because it, society and life can beat us down, but really what we play as a child, our creativity, our imagination gives us a glimpse in what it is we should be doing. And when I heard that question, it was no doubt in my mind I want to be an entrepreneur, because my sister would joke about, we still joke about it to this day. I would say, let's play office. And she's like, what's that? And I would have a desk and my little toy phone, and I would have papers, and I'd have a stapler, and I would ask her to make copies, and I'd be on the phone talking to people and scheduling appointments. And I knew that that was a part of my DNA. It wasn't until later that it all made sense. So that's what I would recommend. I would say, think about what it is that you enjoy doing. How did you play as a young girl? What piqued your interest during that window, and take that and run with it. And it could very well be a glimpse into what you should be doing now.
Tamika, what would you like to say?
I think multiple things, like what they have interest in, things that they're passionate about that they haven't ever got off the ground. I had a lot of things myself that I was passionate about that never got off the ground. So it's like having that task list that you never get started doing. So really just having them dig deep, soul search as to what can you do, that's going to bring you peace, but also maybe help somebody else on a journey that they're on, as well, to be able to check that one thing off of their task list.
I love
So just
it.
really making them just dig deep and think about what it is that brings them peace and happiness, that they want to do, but just really don't know that one thing to start it, like that one conversation, or that one thing that they need to start to actually get it going and get it out. And sometimes it helps to actually talk so you can get it out.
I love it. Hold on here. I'm having technical difficulties. See. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, and so Celia, what about you?
So, from a parenting point of view, parents at that age, they start realizing it's like empty nest time. And now they've focused all their life on their kids, their family, their spouses, and now, now what? And maybe they don't even like their spouse, and they're like, oh, now I'm stuck with you, you know. And they're like, well, what do I do now? Because the kids aren't here. And kids provide so much entertainment, and they make the day go by. And like Tamika said, a lot of people don't even realize the gifts they have, and that their story, their journey, is something that they can light a fire in somebody else if they share it. Their light, they shine their light, they give permission for someone else to shine their light. And it's really about Even if you can't think of what you would do, a lot of times it's just about storytelling. And that comes into writing a book, that comes into talking to people, whatever it is, or finding a niche, however you say that word, finding that thing that is like missing, that needs help, and being like, oh, you know what, I have the experience to, bring that to the table. And there's a lot of options. The biggest thing is when you doubt yourself and you're like, why me? Just
Mm.
remember, why not you? Why not you? And you're deserving of it and you're worthy of it. Go out there and shine your light.
Tammy, what about you?
Now, I'm going to flip this on its head a little bit. I am the annoying little sister or baby to the women over 50.
And I'm their mom.
Right. I'm not quite there yet. As the old folks say, I got a few more rivers to cross.
Okay, that's okay.
I'm over here still in my 40s, so
That's okay.
That's right. Absolutely.
I do have several clients who are older than me, some much older than me, and I enjoy working with the 50 and over demographic because they are at the stage of they now see what's possible and they want to get it in and get something done, and I'm here to help them to do that. I have helped them write books, I've helped them launch businesses, leave jobs, start something for their kids or with their kids. And it is because at that point they want something that is theirs. They've spent
Mm.
so much time building their kids and building the grandkids. They want the kids and the grandkids to see that they're still taking the time to do something. I always tell women it's not too late and you are not dumb, simple, or slow. It's just that we need to find what it is that you are meant to do and then to get it done. 99.8725% of the authors that I work with are I would say, yeah, they are 50 and over. And they just said, Tammy, I just want to get one book done. Just the one. And I'm like, sweetheart, that's all it takes. And one lady that I worked with, I loved the way that she described her journey. She says, I want to be the woman that when my grandkids are grown and you ask them to tell you about their grandma, she said, I want my grandkids to say, how much
Mhm.
time you got? I absolutely love that because I aim to be that as well. I want even my girls, my kids, grandkids. Look, you want me to tell you about Tammy Polk? How much time you got?
I know that's right.
How much time you got? So I would tell them it only takes the one thing, and then if they study the lives of the business women of the brands that they follow, those ladies were in their late 40s and 50s and
Mm.
60s and launched conglomerates, and they're still doing damage. So can you.
I love it. So Tamika wrote, Tamika, you want to read what you wrote?
I'm feeling a shift in my life to be a part of something in 2026. So I started the new year off saying I wanted to be a part of an organization of some sort that would give me the ability to help me along on my journey to be able to help other people, to be useful in the community.
I love it. So, ladies, let me ask you this. Who is the woman you're becoming in this season of your life and business?
I am becoming the quintessential woman. That's my the quintessential woman is the person who lives a life that establishes a standard that others can feel good about following. And my pattern that I'm using in becoming her is the Proverbs 31 woman. I wrote a book last year, Tamara, when you said that. I was like, we're definitely kindred spirits. Leadership and legacy, as taught to us by the Proverbs 31 woman. In doing that study for myself, I decided to convert it into a book. And I saw where I had my own blind spots, where I was shining bright like a diamond in one area and I was very dull in others. But for those of us who are moms, I'm not a mother, but for those who are moms, who are wives, who are entrepreneurial, who are community minded, who want to make a significant difference from a holistic perspective, the Proverbs 31 woman is an excellent pattern by which to follow. And so when I wrote the book, when I did the study for myself sometime 17, 18 years ago, I finally in 2025 published the book as a devotional. And I said, that's my endeavor. My endeavor is to take each one of those nuggets that God had given me and to apply them to my own life first. And then hopefully, if my light shines bright, someone else could say, I want to be like her, not because I'm perfect, but because I was willing to make a difference.
Tammy, what about you?
At this stage of my life, I am the woman who is unleashing her inner little kid. As some of y'all very well know, I am in the point where I'm showing people that it's okay to not be a grown up. I am the person who is cashing in them grocery receipt points, with the app. I'm the one who's going to Build a Bear, not Amazon or Walmart, okay? I I am the one who is literally letting 7-year-old Tammy run my business. So when people see my girl go eat a cookie brand, or when I literally ran around my hometown on December 4th, which is National Cookie Day, I ran around my city going live at woman owned bakeries telling them it's National Cookie Day. Come out and support these bakeries, and that's me. I was out there in 3 inches of rain, but and it was cold. But I show people how just because you're grown doesn't mean that you have to be grown. So when
Mhm.
people tell me, oh, I don't do the toys, I don't do the bears, I did a 10-day series on social media about the purpose of each Build a Bear friend I bought and the books that they match and why. So when people see me, they call me childishly unprofessional, and I wear it proudly. When you walk into my bookstore in Memphis, you are automatically going to meet, let's see, one, two, three, four, five of my Build a Bear friends as soon as you walk in the door. I have them everywhere. So I'm the woman now who's not afraid, who is unafraid to let that 7-year-old Tammy come out.
So how many Build-A-Bears do you have? Can you tell everybody?
Oh, good God. Oh, let me see.
Or
I have to go through my mind by the book. I have Cookie Monster representing Girl Go Eat a Cookie. I have two emotional support bears. I have Mr. Color F Cash, my Crayola bear. He's new. I have my Serve Like Martha Busy as a honeybee, so that's five. I have my two Read First branding bears that are wearing reading based t-shirts. So that's seven. I have my teal all personality Hello Kitty, so that's eight. Then there's my Cheer Bear, Care Bear with the self care theme, so that's nine. I want to say that I'm probably 12 ish.
wow.
And the fact that my husband got me $50 worth of Build-A-Bear gift cards for Christmas does not help.
So you will be going to Build-A-Bear soon, or have you already gone to Build-A-Bear and satisfied that?
I'm because my birthday falls on the actual day of the week that I was born, and it's a milestone birthday. I'm balling out of control come August.
I love it. And Sela?
I'll tell you, Tammy, you'll love my favorite quote that I live by, and that is, "You're only young once, but you can be immature forever." Right?
Ooh, that's powerful.
T-shirt, bumper sticker, commemorative plate.
Really,
Please
that
and
should
thank
be it.
you.
I have a big
That's-
sign that says it.
Oh, I love
Um,
it.
so what was the question we were answering?
Yeah. So no. You're good. Hold on here. So who is the woman you're becoming in this
Oh,
season of your life?
in my senior years. Um, I'm I'm becoming I want to be the person that people will go to help them with their kids. It is important that you are a child with your kids. You have to celebrate fun. Kids do stuff because it's fun, and parents tend to take life too seriously. So you have to have fun with your kids. And they'll play a lot long and want to hang out with you much more if you're a fun human. But I want to be that person that makes accessible to all parents the information they need to basically be the best parent they can be. I wrote the manual for parent, they say kids don't come with a manual, so I wrote one. I created an app so everyone can on their phone ask a question when they're in a jam and get an answer that is positive and respectful and cooperative and answers that question the way it needs to be answered out of my mouth, not some random human that's roaming the internet. I don't know. Some of the parenting coaches are great, some of them not so great. But I really want to make parenting knowledge and wisdom accessible to everyone, because we're not going to change this world and all the violence that goes on if we don't change the way we parent children. And if we're parenting children violently and aggressively and screaming and yelling and hitting, we're raising more humans that are acting like that. And it's time to change. It's time, all this aggression, it's got to end. I created the International Day of Calm on April 5th. Mark your calendars so we can all be calm. And we have three days of summit to teach you and help you how to learn a better way. And so I want to be that person that if my legacy leaves me with, she helped as many parents as she could across the world, I'll be happy. I want my children to be proud of me, of course, my grandchildren to be proud of me. They're hands down, my greatest accomplishments. There's nothing, no books, no apps, no business that is more of an accomplishment than my children. And I, of course, want them to be proud of me and me to be proud of me myself, because usually when you want other people to be proud of you, you need to be proud of you. So I think that answered your question. And the years go by, and don't wait, guys. Like, time goes super fast. And, if anybody's listening and they're thinking, well, I got time. You never know if you had time. I was a heart attack survivor 5 years ago, and no reason I should have had one, and I did. But I survived gratefully, and so God has more for me. But, like, don't wait. Time goes too fast.
I agree with you. So, ladies, we're getting ready to come around the clock, believe it or not. But I do have stuff. Look, before we go into rapid fire, which I really love, but I have one more question for you all. And my question would be, what would you say to that woman who's watching right now, who feels the shift, but doesn't know what her what's next is yet? What would you tell her?
Pamela,
Pick
I'm really
one
big.
and get started. I'm sorry, Dr. Short.
Go ahead, Tammy.
I would pick one and get started. Or if you simply can't pick, do a little bit on each one and move the needle. Because most likely when you start moving that needle for one, it's going to spur the idea for those other two or three. I've always believed the scripture in Ecclesiastes that says, put the work in the 7, but give portion to 8. Just paraphrasing. So do a little bit on each one, because who says that you had to do them one at a time?
That's good. Dr. Short?
So my answer is a little bit different than Tammy's, but kind of in some respects alike. What I would say is, if they feel that there's a shift, they know that there's something else that they are meant to do, something else they've been called to. Maybe they've got this little itch that they need to scratch, but don't quite know in what way
Yes.
they scratch it. I recommend finding a mentor. I honestly do. Finding a sister friend or someone who has blazed the trail and gone before you. And ironically, January is National Mentorship Month. I'm really big on mentoring. Finding someone that can speak into your life, that can guide you and direct you and help you navigate through some of the mistakes that you possibly would make, and maybe you can avoid them because you have that person in your space. Find that successful entrepreneur that's a baker, if that's what you want to go into baking. If she's successful as a life coach, then go and that's what you plan to pursue. Find her, follow her, mimic her, become her student, and do the doggone thing. And as Tammy said, do a little bit at a time. Sometimes we may be between two opinions, but in the process of doing the work, I want you to use wisdom. However, a lot of times we are islands into ourselves when we start, and then we realize after a year or 2 or 3 that if we could do it over again, we would have done things differently. And that's where a mentor comes into play. They can guide you and direct you so you don't make the mistakes, because they've already learned the lessons and they can pass them on to you.
Thank you. Sheila?
I agree with everything you guys said. Absolutely. And I think to add to it rather than repeat it, like, don't listen to other people's opinions. Don't let other people talk you out of it. We have plenty of voices in our head to do that. Don't listen to them. You have greatness in you. God made us all in his image. And he's not garbage, so you can't possibly be garbage. Believe in yourself. Write down your goals. Got to have goals. Got to write them down. You got to look at them. And don't listen to those unwanted opinions, because for the most part, they're jealousy that you're doing something that they don't have the strength to do. So go out there, ladies, and go get them.
And Tamika, what about you?
I too agree with everybody else. With the shift, and not knowing what you want to start on, definitely prayer and study. to align yourself and reposition yourself to be able to allow God to pivot you into the direction that He wants you to go in, so that whatever you put your hands to will be successful. And with His guidance, you'll be able to, reach other people, or whatever the case may be. But I definitely say studying, and praying, maybe even fasting, to allow
Mhm.
God to pivot you in the direction that you need to go in to be successful.
I love it. So, ladies, before we get to rapid fire, which is so much fun, real quick, ladies, can you drop and let everybody know, whoever can go first, where can everybody find you? How can they connect to you? And everything else like that. Who wants to go first,
Okay,
lady?
I'll go first. My company is my name and my website and my domain. So, and what I do, all packed in one line. So if you want to be a better parent, and even great parents want to be better parents, go to beabetterparent.com. I've been around forever. I've been on the internet forever. If you search Celia Kibler, I probably am the first 9,000 entries, except for one lady that died somewhere. So I haven't died yet. So that's not me. So, search my name. I'm on every platform, almost every platform. And beabetterparent.com, dayofcom.org.
Next.
I'll go next. So you can find me on Facebook and LinkedIn at Dr. Anissa Short. That's ANISSA, short as in not very tall. Dr. Anissa Short on Facebook as well as LinkedIn. And then to find out more about who I am as a publisher or the publishing company in and of itself, you can go to the website chosenpengroup.com.
Love it. Thank you.
I'll
Next.
go. I'm on Facebook, also, Tamika Beasley or Beasley's Creations. My books, I have 9 published books. They're on Amazon.com. Also, and on the website, payhip.com/Beasley's Creations.
Thank you. Last but not least, Miss Tammy.
Hi, you can find me on Facebook and LinkedIn as Tammy Pope. I do everything from my personal Facebook profile. I know, bad Tammy, but but that is where you are likely to find me.
Love it. Okay, ladies, you ready for the rapid fire? Okay, here we go. Do you like coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Tea.
Coffee.
Hot tea.
I like them both, but
Tea.
definitely coffee.
I love it. Early bird or night owl?
Night
Night
owl.
owl, definitely.
Both.
Early.
I'm early. Night owl, it's a wrap for me.
Right.
I
It's
mean,
almost night owl time.
right. I was just going to say, we're getting ready to teeter a little bit with me, getting ready. Paper planner or digital?
Paper.
Paper.
Anyone
I have
digital?
my own line of planners. I don't have
I mean,
time
I
for
have
digital.
digital like
Digital.
calendar. That took me forever to do, but
I
definitely
tried it.
paper.
Tamika, you have digital?
Yes.
I tried it.
I
So the
save my
paper, so the
appointments in
paper
my
stuff
phone, but I
ends
still
up, the
Right.
got to
paper
get
stuff ends up
somewhere.
somewhere else, and I'm always not where the paper stuff is. I always have my phone though. I'm
I know
always gonna
that.
have that. So if
True.
it's in my notes, I can scroll through and find it on my calendar. I can find it.
Yeah,
Okay.
smart.
Create or collaborate?
Oh, that's a good one.
Collaborate.
Can't we have both?
Sure.
Okay. I
It
like to
depends on the
create and I
project.
like to collaborate.
That one.
Yeah, it depends on the project. I do both.
Okay.
Me
Right.
too.
Vision board or prayer journal?
Both.
Prayer
Both.
journal.
Yeah. Prayer journal.
Prayer journal.
Prayer journal.
Prayer journal.
Okay. One word that describes the season of your life you're in right now.
Fun.
Childhood.
Ooh,
Would you say, Tammy?
childhood.
Childhood.
Oh, childhood. Oh,
Like the
okay.
Michael Jackson song. Childhood.
Thriving.
Love it. Tamika, did you say
Creation.
anything?
Creation.
Love it. What's one thing every woman over 40 should do for herself right now?
An
Take a
overnight
Write a
vacation.
book.
hotel stay. Go in the hotel and stay overnight all by yourself. It's the
Ooh.
best.
What'd you say, Tammy?
Write a book, please.
Right, I agree
That's
with Tammy. Write a book, but you could
write a
you can
book.
write it, okay? Because it's something about being away from home that helps you think clearly. So
Mm.
do a getaway, like Celia said, and write the book.
And then
Yes.
write the book. See, go
Yeah,
into
definitely
the
a getaway.
hotel, then write the book.
Definitely a
Get
getaway.
away, get you some cookies, some chocolate.
I'm saving my getaway.
Take
I have
take
a
baked
high
goods
schooler
with you.
that's graduating in 3 months, so I'm saving my getaway because I'm about to get away.
Right. Get away. Read a book.
Write a
Write
book.
one. Write one while you're reading it. Please. I mean, I
She's
say
like,
that because
please.
so many die with, with
Mm.
their knowledge and their stories and
True.
their
That's
gifts and
true.
their
That's very
talents.
true,
Oh my
Tammy.
God. If you are over 40, please, for the love of all holy and sacred, because Amazon is going to outlive us all. Write
Share
a
your
book.
story. Share your story.
There you go. And lastly, ladies, my shift taught me what?
That I can do it.
Oh, good.
Definitely,
That
I
it's
can do
okay
it,
to be a kid at heart.
Good.
and
Tamika,
it's
what did
okay
you
to be
say?
creative. It's okay to be creative
Oh,
and lie the faith to allow you to be creative and pivot to
That's
that
good.
creativity.
That's
that's
good.
good. Dr. Short, what is yours?
My shift taught me that everything that I was involved in that I felt like was a waste of time was really preparation for where I am today.
Ooh,
That is
so
so true.
true.
So true.
So true. Well,
And just be
ladies,
intentional about it. Be intentional.
oh
Yeah.
yes, we have to be. Have to
Yeah,
be, especially as the journey we are on and the what God has for us. Absolutely, intentional is necessary.
that's my word of the year. Intentional.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Well, ladies,
And
that was wrap up.
recognize that a lot of God's disappointments that he gives you are his greatest appointments.
Yes.
Yeah. That's good.
That's good. Well, ladies, this was fun. I had
This
so
was
much
fun.
fun
Thank
with
you,
you,
Pamela.
ladies. So much fun. As we get ready to close down today's episode, who would you like to leave the ladies with?
I
Well,
I would well, I guess I'll start because I'm talking. So um because I don't need any more coffee. Um I would like to leave our listeners with very often we end our days writing down what we didn't do. Writing
Mm,
down, oh, I didn't make that dentist appointment. I didn't call that person. I didn't do this. I didn't do that. I didn't do that. Write down what you did do. Write down what went right because we don't recognize what went right. We're always focused on the negative. It's human nature. Do it with your kids too. Start focusing on what's going right and not what's not right. And give yourself credit for what you've accomplished over the day.
Yeah, that's good. That's
that's
good.
good. Okay, who's next?
I'll go
I would
next.
say, oh, go
I'll
ahead,
go ahead,
Dr.
Tamika. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I would just say the same thing. Be intentional. Wake up every day being intentional about something. I'm going to finish something today. I'm going to create something today. I'm going to do something for somebody today. Just be intentional about whatever it is God has led you to do. Be intentional about it.
That's good.
That's
That's really
good.
good. Right. My words to leave would be that we overcome by the blood of the lamb and the word of our testimony. So if you got through it, you overcame the challenge, you survived the divorce, you got through the loss, whatever it is, you climbed the career ladder successfully despite your knees being scraped, then you owe it to the world to tell your story. Your voice has value. Your story has value, and even in writing it, you continue to overcome. And so that's my word of wisdom for the day.
Love it. And Tammy.
so I would like to leave people with a quote that I found when I was 15 years old that I held on to. When I stand before God at the end of my life, I would hope that I would not have a single bit of talent left and could say, I used everything you gave me.
I
Mm.
love it. I
I
love
love
it.
that. That was powerful.
I love
What
it.
a perfect way to close out today's show. I want to thank you all. I've been so excited to have you all on. Look, I've been talking about you ladies and all the work that you all do. Let you know that you all are amazing, and I appreciate you all. And thank you for joining me as she shift the shifting. I appreciate you all being part of the shift. And so till next week, everybody, when we have another amazing woman coming on to She Shift. I thank you all. Take care of yourselves. And you know what? You'll all rock. Bye, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.